Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. For the information of the committee, we have the new composition of the back members, as well as in the back TWG and back secretariat. Before we start the pre-bid conference and the calling of the attendance, let me inform the committee, the body, that we have the new composition of the back. For the back members, the new back members, chairperson Joel Perez, back chairperson Victor Isoprico III, regular member Glinda F. Quiñones, provisional member Elmer Napolis, and another provisional member as representative from the office concerned as the end user, Jose Dennis Sakay from the construction section. And for the back TWG head, Gerald Gilbin Faller, and the back secretariat head, Imelda Jane Colipano. So, backsec, kindly check the attendance. By the way, the term of office of each back members started on December 1, 2024 to November 30, 2025. Backsec, go.
Please say aye if your name is called. Back chairperson Joel V. Perez.
Aye.
Vice chairperson Victor S. Suplico III. Members Glenda F. Quiñones, Elmer A. Napoles, Jose Denis Sakay. TWG Gerald Gelvin A. Paler. Maria Gina A. Dosdos. Jennifer R. Bisnar. Winston C. Arquino. Secretariat Emerald Jane B. Colipano. Aye. Mary Apple R. Zambrano. Elmer G. Palmitos. Since majority of the back is present, the back is in quorum.
Thank you, Baksik. All members of the back are present and the back TWG and back secretariat are properly represented. So we'll start the pre-bid conference for infrastructure project under 25 for the calendar year 2025, which is under the EPA, early procurement activity. Started from 25 IF 0045 to 25 IF 0052. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 projects. For contract ID number 25IF 0045 with reference Philips reference number 115-30786, construction of road Barangay Bagong Buhay to Barangay Coob, Ormoc City, Leyte. Approved budget for the contract 29,400,000 pesos for a delivery period of 130 days. The items of work included in this contract under Part B, other general requirements, which includes miscellaneous survey, project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, and mobilization and demobilization. Also in Part C, earthworks, embankment formation, includes clearing and grubbing, item 100. Embankment from roadway, structure excavation, common soil, item 1041A. Embankment from barrow, common soil, 1042A. In Part D, sub-base and base course, aggregate sub-base course, item 201. Aggregate base course, item 211. In Part E, surface courses, PCC pavement and reinforced 0.28 meter thick at 14 days, item 3111 E1. In CW2, construction of slope protection, Part F, reinforcing steel grade 40, item 4041A. Structural concrete, 20.68 megapascal, class A at 14 days, item 4051A2. In Part G, stone masonry, item 5061. Sheet piles, steel slope protection, item 5091B1. Any representative from the planning and design section? Any changes with regards to the items of work for contract ID number 25IF0045?
None, Mr. Chairman.
Back members, any question?
None, Mr. Chair.
TWG? Any information?
None, Mr. Chair.
So there's none. So back secretariat, kindly close, coordinate with the planning design section if ever there are any changes for possible posting of supplemental or bid bulletin.
Noted, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, for the next project, under contract ID number 25IF0046, may I request the back vice chairperson to check all the requirements. Tagay rin sa kibido. Ay, pakuwasal ito yung kibido eh. Imong gana, kuwang ito yung mga Diyos. Ano kaysa ito?
Thursday.
Friday? No.
Saturday. Saturday.
Wala lagi. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Gusto, kita kayo mo sa Gumiro. Kita ka sa Kubi. Under contract ID number 25IF0046 with Pilgip's reference number 115-30796, construction of Milagro, Hibunaon Road, Ormoc City, Leyte. Approved budget for the contract, 30,260,440 pesos for a delivery period of 180 days. Under this contract, the items of work necessary are the general requirements under Part B. In Part C, earthwork. Item 101, clearing and grubbing. Item 102, surplus common excavation. Item 1031A, structural excavation, common soil. Item 104, 1A, embankment from roadway, structural excavation. Item 105, 1A, subgrade preparation, common materials. In Part D, sub-base and base course, item 200, 1 aggregate sub-base course, item 2011 aggregate base course. In Part E, surface course, item 311, 1C1, Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced, 0.23 meter thick at 14 days. In Part G, drainage and slope protection works, item 500, 1B, pipe culvert, class 2 RCPC, item 500, 3B1, lined canal rectangular concrete, item 506, 1, stone masonry. In Part F, under bridge construction, item 405, 1A2, structural concrete, 20.68 megapascal, class A at 14 days. Item 404, 1A, reinforcing steel, grade 40. In Part H, as miscellaneous structures, item 605, 1A, E3, warning signs, 900 mm, W58D, road obstacle signs, falling rocks, left or right. Item 612, 1, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, white. Item 612, 2, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, yellow. From the planning and design section, any information or changes with regards to contract ID number 25IF0046,
None, Mr. Chair.
back to WG in information,
None, Mr. Chair.
back members,
None, Mr. Chair.
so back sick again, monitor coordinate with the planning design for any changes possible. So contract ID number, we proceed to contract ID number 25IF0047. Now may I request the back chairperson to review the requirements. Go ahead. Okay.
For 25IF0047, we have reference number 11530840, DPWH Leyte 4th DAO. Title, Asset Preservation, Preventive Maintenance, Primary Roads, Ormoc, Baybay, Southern Leyte Bdry Road. Kilometer 1031 plus 785 to kilometer 1032 plus 129. Area of delivery, Leyte. For the work description, Part E, surface course, item number 3022, emulsified asphalt, item 310 1A, bituminous concrete surface wearing course, hot laid 30 mm. Item number 310 2C, bituminous concrete surface binder course, hot laid 50 mm. For Part H, miscellaneous structures, we have item 612 1, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, white. Contract duration 90 calendar days with an ABC of 21,231,700. Mr. Chair.
Planning design, any information, changes for contract ID number 25IF0047,
None, Mr. Chair.
back to WG.
None, Mr. Chair.
Back members.
None, Mr. Chair.
So again, let's proceed to contract ID number 25IF0048.
For contract ID number 25IF0048, reference number 115-30851, procuring entity DPWH Leyte Fort DOO. Project title Asset Preservation, Preventive Maintenance, Tertiary Roads, Libungaw Matag-o Palompon Road, kilometer 991 plus 460 to kilometer 992 plus 000. Area of delivery, Leyte. For the work description, we have for part E, surface course, item number 3022, emulsified asphalt, 3101C, bituminous concrete surface wearing course, hot laid, 50 mm. Item number 3102C, bituminous concrete surface binder course, hot laid, 50 mm. For part H, miscellaneous structures, we have 6121 reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white. Contract duration 105 calendar days with an ABC amount of 43,069,040 pesos only. Mus? Huh? Di ba sana? Mabumang kayo. Mr. Chair.
Planning design, any comments? Planning design section, any information for contract ID number 25IF0048?
None, Mr. Chair.
Back TWG,
None, Mr. Chair.
back members.
None, Mr. Chairman.
Alright, let's proceed for contract ID number 25IF0049.
For contract ID 25IF0049, reference number 115-30860, procuring entity DPWH Leyte Fort DAO. Project title Construction of Linao Flood Control Mitigation Structure, Barangay Linao, Ormoc City, Leyte. Area of delivery, Leyte. For the work descriptions, for part LA, earthworks, item number 17001, clearing and grubbing, 17011, unsuitable excavation, 17021A, structure excavation, common soil, item number 17041B, embankment from barrow. For part L-B, bank and slope protection works, item number 17111, stone masonry, 17133, filter cloth, 1717 4B, furnish and driven of steel sheet pile Z-type grade 50. For part LC, drainage works, we have 17181A3, pipe culverts, 910 mm diameter, class 2 RCPC. For part D, reinforced concrete, we have 901H, structural concrete, class A, 14 days. We have 9021A1, reinforcing steel, deformed, grade 40. Contract contract duration 220 calendar days with an ABC of 48,250,000 pesos only. Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Planning design, any changes for contract ID number 25 IOX 0049?
None, Mr. Chair.
Back TWG.
None, Mr. Chair.
Back members.
None, Mr. Chairman.
Alright, let's proceed. Contract ID number 25 IF 0050.
For contract ID 25IF0050, reference number 1153087, procuring entity, DPWH Leyte Fort DAO, project title, construction of Valencia flood control mitigation structure, Barangay Valencia, Ormoc City, Leyte. Area of delivery, Leyte. For the work description, we have Part L-A, Earthworks, item number 1700001, clearing and grabbing, 1701, 2, surplus common excavation, 1702, 1A, structure excavation common soil, 1704, 1A, embankment from roadway, structure excavation. Part L-B, bank and slope protection works. We have 1711, 1, stone masonry, 1714, 3, filter cloth, 1717, 4B, furnish and driven of steel sheet pile Z type, grade 50. For part L-C, drainage works. 1718, 1, A3, pipe culverts 910 mm diameter, class 2 RCPC. For part D, reinforced concrete rather, 901H, structural concrete, class A, 14 days, 902, 1, A1, reinforcing steel deformed, grade 40. Contract duration 300 calendar days with an ABC of 96,500,000 pesos only. Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Back planning design section, any changes for contract ID number 25 IF 0050?
None, Mr. Chair.
So far none. Back TWG.
None, Mr. Chair.
Back members.
We have no questions from our side, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. So let's proceed for 25 IF 0051.
For CA, contract ID number 25IF0051, reference number 115308877, procuring entity, Department of Public Works and Highways, Leyte Fort DO, project title, construction of missing links, new roads, Haro Rubas Ormoc Road, Ormoc City Side, Leyte. Area of delivery, Leyte. Description, we have item number part C, earthworks. Item number 101, clearing and grabbing. 101, 1, removal of structures and obstruction. Item number 1013, B3, removal of actual structure obstruction, 230 mm thick, PCCP, and reinforced. We have 102, 2, surplus common excavation, 105, 1A, subgrade preparation, common material. For part D, sub-base and base course, 201, aggregate sub-base course. For part E, surface courses, we have 311, 1, C1, PCC pavement, unreinforced, 0.23 meter thick, 14 days. For Part H, miscellaneous structures, we have 6121, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, white. 6122, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, yellow. For Part C, earthworks, we have 102, 2, surplus common excavation, 103, 1A, structure excavation, common soil. We have Part G, drainage and slope protection structures, 506, 1, stone masonry. Contract duration, 330 calendar days, with an ABC of 144,750,000 only. Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Planning design section, any changes or any possible changes for
None.
contract ID number 25 by F0051?
None, Mr. Chair.
Back to WG.
None, Mr. Chair.
Back members, you have any information?
None, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you. Which proceed for contract ID number 25 by F0052.
For contract ID number 23IF0052, reference number 115-30882, procuring entity DPWH Leyte Fort DO. Project title, widening of permanent bridges, Lubiranan Bridge, bridge number B00192LT, along Libunga Matago Palumpon Road. Area of delivery, Leyte. For the work description, we have Part C, earthworks, item number 101, 1, removal of structures and obstruction, 103, 2A1, bridge structure excavation, common soil, 103, 5B, shoring, cribbing, and related works, cribbing, cofferdamming. For 104, 1A, embankment from roadway structure, excavation, common soil. For Part E, surface course, Trio 302, 2, emulsified asphalt, 310, 1A, bituminous concrete surface binder course, hot laid, 30 mm thick. 310, 2C, bituminous concrete surface binder course, hot laid, 50 mm. For Part F, we have bridge construction, 400, 4A1, precast concrete piles furnished, 400 by 400 mm. 414, precast concrete piles driven, 416A, test pile furnished and driven, 400 by 400 mm. Item number 421, splice can, 426A, pile integrity test, cross hole sonic, 401, 2A, concrete railing standard, 404, 1A, reinforcing steel grade 40, 404, 1B, reinforcing steel grade 60, 405, 1A2, structural concrete class A, 20.68 megapascals, 14 days. 405, 1B2, structural concrete class A, 27.58 megapascals, 14 days. 407, 8, lean concrete class B, 16.5 megapascals. 411, 2, paint. 412, 1C, elastomeric bearing pads, others. 413, 4A, expansion joints. 413, 5, elastomeric hot applied expansion joint sealant with single sized aggregates. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures. We have item number 505, 2A grouted rear prop class A, 517 1A drain pipe galvanized. Part H, we have miscellaneous structures, 6121 reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, 6122 reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow. For the contract duration, we have 215 calendar days with an ABC of 23,520,000 pesos only. Mr. Chair.
Planning design, any changes? For contract ID number 25IF0052,
None, Mr. Chair.
back TWG,
None, Mr. Chair.
back members. So there's none. Busy si back members ha. So I'd like to raise these issues for the prospective bidders. For prospective bidders, during submission of the bid documents, please see to it that all entries of in the bill of quantities are correct. This is to avoid disqualification. The list of key personnel pledged for the contract, you should see to it that the key personnel is available when the project will be awarded to your company, as well as the equipment. The equipment to be pledged for the contract. And there is a suspension of the implementation of, this is for the prospective bidders, suspension of Department Order number 148 series of 2024. This directive with regards to the assignment of accredited DPWH accredited project engineers. Assigned by contractors and consultants to ongoing projects. So this directive to suspend the application of DO number 148 series of 2024 shall not apply, take note, shall not apply to the implementation and construction of buildings and bridges. So suspension of the assignment of DPWH project engineers assigned by contractors and consultants is for maybe for roads and other structures except buildings and bridges. Back TWG. DO number 148, accreditation of guidelines in the accreditation and assignment of contractors and consultants, project engineers, is suspended until further notice. This is dated November 28, 2024. So the suspension is for buildings and bridges only. So other structures, roads, maybe flood controls, so dili siya appeal sa suspension. DO 148 series of 2024. 148. So also for prospective bidders, please update your records in the Civil Works Registry for possible to avoid ineligibility during the process of the electronic bid submission. Any question? Back TWG. Clarification. None. Back members.
None, Mr. Chair.
So all prospective bidders, we are like to encourage you to participate the electronic bid submission. Using the SIP document files. So the deadline for the submission of bids will be on
December 16.
December 16. (2024) at 9 o'clock in the morning. After the submission of bids, the procurement will open the bids at the procurement unit, DPWH Leyte for Ormoc City, through live streaming via YouTube. DPWH Leyte Fort DEO procurement live stream. Bids will be open in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. The prospective bidders who you participate through electronic bid submission and submitted SIP document files for electronic bid submission, and please be informed that late bids will not be accepted. The PWS Leyte Fort District Engineering Office, Ormoc City, reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with sections 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of Republic Act 2184 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidders or bidders. And what we have discussed during this pre-bid conference, all projects are under the early procurement activity for CY 2025. Representatives will attend the procurement activity and submit bids are advised to observe health protocols prescribed by this office. For further information, please refer to the BAC Chairperson, Joel Perez, and the BAC Secretariat OIC Head, Imelda Jane Kulipana. And you can email at bacletefortdeo@gmail.com. Or you may visit the following websites, DPW8 and PGIF's websites, and Tony. And for online bid submission, electronic bids _Leytefort at dpwh.gov.ph. All right. Any question? For further discussion, how about in the live streaming participation? To live streaming, any question, any queries? There's none. Back members?
None, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman,
Madam Glenda?
I believe that we have covered all the information with regards to the procurement activity at hand. Therefore, I suggest that we adjourn the pre-bid conference.
I second the motion.
Since there are no other matters to be discussed and there's a motion for the adjournment of the pre-bid conference and duly seconded, any objection? Hearing none, so today's procurement activity pre-bid conference is adjourned. Thank you.